I just think that surprise right now. Yeah.
Human rights, but
no, we were just talking at IMF, but what can we do for you?
What we have to do is we have to direct things so that the International Human Force is only people that should be there.
Well, who said that?
I just don't think it could be worse.
I'm so kind of confused. Yeah, I know.
Together.
Alright, seriously.
Okay, this is what I think we should do.
Just stay on that right now.
I was just talking to we attempt to
years over their help, right? Yeah. And they don't want it?
Shell is going to lower their compensation. So they're not going to give us as much.
That's what we have to do. Yeah, now we have to touch Shell. Because, like, I'm scared to touch Shell. You're scared?
They're nice people.
They're nice people?
Yeah, they're nice people.
No, obviously, I just don't like the actual Shell. The organization. Because I don't know how to, like, I don't know how I haven't talked to negotiate with. I don't know how to. Let's go.
But we're going to need something.
Alright. I want this one.
Wait. Okay. Balding. What are we doing? Got everything. You ready in your proposal?
Get out. I just want to.
Are you going? Or is that someone else going?
I think it's somebody else.
Everyone's backing up the polling.
This is so.
Everyone's backing up the polling.
Yeah, that's not ours. I don't know. Some other colleges want to.
Why don't?
And but we pledge that Shell is going to give money to clean up everything.
Why don't you say proposal?
Oh yeah, so one's backed up by one, one's backed up by the other. I mean, like, I don't like the fact that they're going to stay here for 2 years. Gradual.
I understand
Why don't we try to compromise this? Shell doesn't do 5 years and you guys can
LOL.
But that's not the right one they said.
What about the environment? When you guys say build these,
No, we can, we can get out of the like our proposal, but we need to support.
we're environmental agents.
You or
Like, you know, there's like waste.
The military will be out in 5 years. If we commit to that.
I mean, the thing is that we'd like to do
Yeah, so like we're considering just,
Wait, Shell just said
That's a pretty big decision.
yeah, so we're not making any decisions.
What about support? What do we want to ask about? Well, I mean, it sounds like a lot of our goals are the same. So what do you think, like, being aligned with the military? We can do 50. Where's my
Which one is?
Okay, well, this one has the least support.
Right, I think one. Yeah, but that's not our class.
Should we not support that?
Professor, I have a question. Right now, we have 2 proposals from the Ogoni people, one of them from another college, and we, Greenpeace, Human Rights, Nigerian, military, and Ogoni have all supported this one, yet the one that our Ogoni people are isn't supported by anyone because we didn't know it was. Underhanded. No, that won't work.
Okay, so if they're saying this and then you have to get their situation fixed, I won't support this. This is 5 years.
This is what flies
Then
out because
support
it has no
done.
support.
Same thing with the Coalition of Women.
How many
What
votes
does
do
it
we
say?
need? But then the next
Yes.
The Nigerian military would like to make it very clear that we are against the government's decision to revoke Shell's oil rights. Remember that this is a threat, it's a strategic move to hopefully encourage the government to remedy their ways, and so that moving forward, for the best interest of the country, we can work harmoniously with Shell and all groups involved to maintain Shell's presence in the country for the economic benefit of the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Enforcing shit. It also means that what's our value for us equals more debt for you. Right, in our conversation with the military, that we were able to propose that was not the case, so we considered needed a unanimous vote.
This is a government under siege.
We would be just using it as a tactic
for other things, we need more time to discuss what actions we're going to
What are the ends that you're trying to achieve?
The ends that we're trying to achieve is we're trying to do what's best for our country and our citizens within our country. And by doing that, sometimes you have to make those difficult decisions, and one of those was revoking oil privileges.
Right,
so I'm saying that yes, we understand the issues with the IMF, and we're going to further discuss the issues of resources and this and the other. We've talked about it, we considered it, but before we come up with a formal response about how to repay our debts, we need time to discuss what's the best decision for us and our country. And as much as we are a government of resources, that we need resources in order to sustain the country for the people, we also are the government of the people, and we need to do what's best for what's going on with the needs of our people. And Shell has been extremely abusive with many of these things, and the fact that they threatened to pull out, that we took that as a viable threat, and we reacted upon that, and we acted on that.
I don't think they were actually threatening to pull out, which is what we want to clarify with them. They just said that they were going to devote more money to developing other areas, and I think maybe that was the point of confusion. I know it was for me.
Is Shell a development agency?
I'm not sure. I know that they were talking about expanding into other areas. But the problem is now that you've created a situation where you're not going to be able to help anyone in the community because like you're not going to have any.
We would like to hear your reaction, Shell, to the recent actions by the Nigerian government and by the military.
Honestly, it was a stupid move, and they're going to see the repercussions of it.
The Nigerian government doesn't realize what they're missing out on.
Could you say that again?
The Nigerian government doesn't realize the move that they're making, what they will be missing out on.
Do you think other oil companies will step in where you have left off? Chevron, Mobil, Texaco?
No. I don't think that they can provide what we provided to the Nigerian government. So,
what have you provided?
Financial support.
The most important support.
Thank you very much. Women's response to the recent move by the military and the government.
We're very saddened by what's happening. The last thing we want is for a more powerful military because of what the military has done to us at this point. And so, though we feel like we have enemies on both sides, we don't want increased military action on them.
Have you communicated your support to the Nigerian government?
Not yet.
I think they are under threat by the IMF. What do you think about these recent, actions by the government and by the military?
Well, Human Rights Watch currently has no comment on the activities that have been taking place, but we will continue to fight for the rights of the Nigerian people and for our own proposal. I think we should wait and see because there have been a lot of impulsive actions that have been going on, but we will be communicating soon what we plan to do.
We will be interested in knowing who you eventually support, whether with these particular events. You're going with the Nigerian military? Really? Not the Nigerian. Okay. Thank you very much.
Credit rating, and the explanation is issuing a report highly critical of Nigeria's economic policy, downgrading its credit rating, and consequently limiting Nigeria's economic options. Nigeria's government will likely be furious, which may many. I'm already furious.